Pleasure for all y'all to come by. Make some noise for all yourselves, man. It's a beautiful thing seeing each and every one of you guys. Shout out to King right here. Want to say anything? Hey. So we have the legendary Lev from Toy Tokyo here. If you don't know who he is, I'll let him tell him a little bit about himself.
Round of applause, round of applause. My name is Lev, and I own a store in New York called Toy Tokyo. Next year is going to be our 20th year anniversary, and we've been around, and we've been doing toys, and that's about it.
So if I could ask you guys a brief question.
Hold on. Listen, he's being very modest, people. Lev is like the toy king, like honestly, and I just want to say, I'm from West Philadelphia, so for me to be up here doing anything positive other than partying and shopping in New York is like a dream come true, like literally. And Lev is actually the guy who got calls out there. Ron English out there. He's the guy who got the guys that we looking up to right now to the point that they are. So he's not gonna say that, but he's like beyond. So for me to have him talking right now is unreal. And he's the reason why I have a toy. You know what I'm saying? He took me to China. I met the right people. It's just unreal. So I had to say that about Lev because he's very modest with his Louis Vuitton and all that on, as you know. But he's the man. So I just needed to say that so everybody can be kind of aware of his greatness up here. You know what I mean?
That was the introduction we was looking for. Thank you. So you touched on it a little bit. Can you briefly speak about how your paths crossed and how you guys were able to link up with each other?
Well, so me and Lev linked up literally through my manager, Oren. One of my collectors in Indonesia was buying some 4-foot causes. And he just kept telling me about, I needed to go to this store, Toy Tokyo in New York, and just check out some things. I've never really been into toys other than being like a little kid. I never knew it was this type of a market for, creators and people who are artists until, Oren put me in the same path as Lev. And when we met, and I want to put my man Don. Don definitely told Lev a lot about me and was like, yo, he could be the next one and things like that. So Don definitely put me on the radar for Lev.
That's amazing. Shout out to PCNY, shout out David, wherever you guys are. Tommy Hilfiger model. Saladeen, can you touch on how surreal it is for you to have created a toy? You said that you didn't really know about the market and that you didn't really know about the market and how the toy market exists. Can you touch on what feeling it is for you to have created a toy coming from West Philadelphia?
Yo, like literally, it's gonna sound cliche, but it's like literally, it feel like a dream. Like all these people here, for me, that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to keep bringing it back to like my environment where I'm from and all that. It's like this don't happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is like just beyond. I'm humble. I'm honored that everybody, because everybody ain't from New York. I got like a couple of my friends, Spot right there, Duran. I got a couple of dudes that like went to middle school with me. You know what I'm saying? My man Diddy, Corey. It's a bunch of people here that like literally seen me come up, and we went through the same trials, and we sitting at funerals for our friends, and like the worst of the worst situations. You know what I'm saying? So like for me to be up here doing a toy is literally beyond my wildest dreams, bro. Like seriously, I just wanted to be able to make it. And not really be like, like a loser in my mom's eyes. Like that was my biggest thing. I didn't care if I had to be like, no knocking anybody's profession, but like I didn't care if I had to be like the second man that was like a trash man or like anything. You feel what I'm saying? Like I just wanted to be able to be like somebody that my family was like, okay, at least he ain't doing this thing. He ain't in jail. He not, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got to worry about bailing him out. We ain't got to put the house up. You know what I'm saying? I can get into a whole lot of that, but it's just like, for me to be creating and doing a toy and like seeing people with the sweatshirt that I did with Champion and seeing stuff that I did before all of this happened, like gallery like shirts and just like, yo, this is crazy. Like seriously, like this is really crazy.
Never forgot where you came from.
That's deep. That's very deep. Now, Lev, this question is pointed to you. You've seen the box with your name on it, and you know how deeply you're deeply rooted in making this toy process. How does it feel to be such a huge part of this toy that came out, JP the Money Bear, and know that you're appreciated?
I'm very happy. Thank you, King Saladeen, for putting my name on the box. And I really appreciate you giving me a little part of the credit, more or less by turning you on to the right people to make the toy. And I believe I did that. And I have a lot of people always come up to me to make toys, and I was kind of like, sometimes I have to say, yeah, but I don't know if I can really help you. But this guy, this guy quickly, I said, gotta do it. And I'm happy that he believed me, because that's important. And I think it's gonna go further. This is the first toy, and I'm sure there's gonna be more toys and more availability and different color variations, and I see a big future here. Thank you.
This is amazing. Next question. I don't want to, we spoke earlier. Do you have any guidance tools to any of the creatives? There's a bunch of creatives out in the audience to continue pushing in the right direction.
I just say keep going, keep creating. I mean, there's going to be a lot of other artists, talented people out there that can do the same thing that King Saladeen did. So, keep going. Don't stop with what you like and what you're doing, and everyone's going to enjoy it. So, that's it.
Yeah. One question I have for you is for the people. It's in my notes. What was it like going to China to actually create this toy? Not, because we were approached to do toys here in the U.S. like different ways. To actually go to China and make this toy, what was that impression on the way that you see things?
It actually showed me how much it takes to create a toy, other than the sketching and the designing part. It was crazy, man. For one, I don't really like to fly, so to take a 23-hour flight to another country, it felt like I was going to Mars. Like literally, I would go to sleep, wake up, go to sleep, watch 10 movies over and over, wake up, go to sleep, and I would be like, yo, we not here, and nobody spoke English. So they looking at me like, and I'm just like, yo, where am I at? You know what I'm saying? So that just took a lot out of me, period. Like, forget the toy, forget all of that, just being able to handle the travel part. You know what I'm saying? Like, my first layover was in South Korea. And I got off the plane like, yo, I gotta get on another plane. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy. So just the traveling part is something that people, you can't even fathom that. You know what I mean? Going to China, nobody speaking English. Everybody thinking I'm LeBron James when I go over there. And I'm like, really? They like, LeBron James. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. So I just want to shout out Pop Life, Lev again, because when I started studying calls and all these different people, I was just thinking to myself, how do you get from here to there? You know what I'm saying? And it was just really I just got to shout out God and just the faith I had, you know what I'm saying? Because literally I'm from the hood, man, and I ain't have no artist blueprint, period. I learned about Basquiat literally probably 8 years ago when people was like, oh, it looks like Basquiat. And I'm like, yo, I gotta really kind of start doing knowledge, my background on art. It's just crazy, man. I'm speechless right now, but going to China and creating a toy was it felt like the hype until I got there. And then when I got to China, I was like, damn, that was crazy, but I could do another trip. So we just left in January, and the trip was easier. It felt like a long LA. It didn't feel like Mars. You know what I'm saying? It felt like a long LA flight. So I don't know, man. It's just surreal, for real.
The last question is hypothetical. You guys really don't have to answer it, but will we be seeing a Saladeen toy in Toy Tokyo very soon?
That's him. That's all him.
Of course.
All right. Thank you to Lev from Toy Tokyo, the King Saladeen. If everybody has already purchased some, there's a lot of people in here. If we can try to cycle our way out to make things a lot easier, keep things under capacity so we don't get shut down by the fire marshal. Everybody, please, if you guys can help us out, I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody that came through.